He's performed with Pat Godwin, he's performed with Mike Armstrong, and he's getting well known all around the Midwest. And I'm going to bring to the stage Jeffrey McKinley. Give him a wild welcome.
Keep it going for Delmar. It's great to be here, Plymouth. Up front, yes, I am a little weird looking. It's a comedy show, folks, not Chippendales, okay? I can't laugh at him, he's not symmetrical. It's a benefit, charity goes both ways, be nice. I'm from Wabash, Indiana. Wasn't fishing for an applause, it's cool. Wabash is known for three things: first electric lighted city, hometown of Crystal Gale, and geographically being the northernmost part of Kentucky. Just kidding about that last one. My parents are not related. They weren't even married. Well, my mother wasn't. I am the product of an adulterous affair. A lot of people would be ashamed to admit that, but I like being the center of attention. Yes, I would like fries with that. I'm just like my mother. Can't say no. She had 15 kids by different men. Gave 14 of us away for adoption. I guess I should be happy I was conceived before Roe v. Wade. Guess you might say I made it in just under the wire clothes hanger. That's an acceptable response. My biological father had 3 kids. That's 17 siblings, folks, that I did not know about. And I grew up in a small town. Dating for me was like genetic Russian roulette. When I got in my 40s, my adopted parents told me I was adopted, and I did a little research. Found out when I was a teenager, I asked out 2 cousins and a half-sister. Thankfully, my half-sister said no. Can you imagine? I think about that all, like, if I'd have fallen in love with my sister and got married, I think about that all the time. She was really hot. I should have known I was adopted. 18 years of family reunions, and I was only in one group photo. And that's because my thumb was on the lens. There's advantages to being adopted. Like if somebody calls me a dirty SOB, I don't like to fight, so I can be like, yeah. I can just refer to the one who didn't love me. A little bit more about me. I've been, anybody else here addicted to energy drinks? Man, I got a problem. My wife told me, you need to either quit or just start doing cocaine. Is that an option? If you want a divorce, it is. I guess I got an out there. Cocaine's got to be good. I read where rock stars save their voices. They put it in little capsules and inserted up their tailpipes to get high. Man, I thought I loved Cinnabon. I like those little energy shots you get in the convenience stores. They got every kind you can imagine. 5,000 milligram caffeine, cocaine-laced, cherry meth flavored, fast-acting, new and improved, 12-hour turbocharged, high-octane, uranium-enriched. All of them with 0 calories. So when you have that cardiac arrest and want to look your best. I shouldn't take those things because I have anxiety issues. Like normally if I like somebody or I admire them, I come across as awkward and anxious and off-putting. If we talk later and I seem normal, don't take it personal. I'm sure you meet people all the time you don't like. And comedy has actually helped with my anxiety. It was rough in the beginning before I died inside. But I'm always amazed when I see 2 people talking, having a conversation, nobody's trying to escape. I always feel like people I'm talking to are late for an appointment. I gotta talk fast. Oh, I'm gonna lose them. And if somebody's walking, I don't even bother talking to them anymore. I used to fall for that all the time, and then they'd keep walking. I'd have to trail behind to finish what I'm saying so I can look like a loser. Then they finally give up, stop, and pull out the pepper spray. I got the hint there, fella. My therapist wants me to join a social anxiety support group. You mean a whole room full of people with nervous palms wet? I see how people act when they shake my hand. No, thank you. They said I need to face my fears, then charges me an office visit when I got called in from jail. If I'd have known you can get arrested for walking around with your fly unzipped, I wouldn't have pulled my shirt through the zipper hole. That's a rational fear. Have you ever seen a guy walking around with his fly unzipped? He doesn't know. He looks like an idiot, doesn't he? It's always men, too, never women. I've checked. I admire people who don't care what other people think of them. You know what I'm talking about? The other day I was talking to this guy, looking him right in the eyeballs, and he started picking his nose. Wow, there's a stone cold warrior right there, boy. I felt bad when I projectile vomited on him. Then I seen a fellow with one tooth, and he was laughing and smiling. And I was like, you know, if that had been me, I'd have had that tooth pulled, and I'd have got dentures. Not him. You gotta admire a fellow who has the courage to stick to his gums. I don't have a girlfriend at the moment. I have a wife, so dating's kind of hard. I mean, it was hard before, but this is an added dimension that is almost not worth it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm never tempted to cheat because when I see an attractive woman, I always tell myself, she wouldn't be the woman she is today if she was married to me. My wife ain't the woman she was when I met her. She used to be happy, vivacious, fun. Now she's got OCD, autism. She's pregnant. I'm 50 years old. I thought it'd be wise to wait till I was in my mid-50s to have a kid. Because, you know, I'm smart. I feel you all recoiling over this right now. Yeah, I've learned one thing since getting remarried, which is probably why my wife and I argue a lot. She should be happy. My first marriage, I didn't learn anything. Like she told me the other day, she said her belly felt gross. And I said, well, quit touching it. What I learned is women don't like solutions. They just want to complain. You know? She told me in the beginning she expected to be pampered, so I'm not one to kink shame. I went out and bought her diapers. Now all we need's a baby. Whoa, this is getting weird. Now, I read in a magazine that if you want to regulate your woman's hormones and elevate her mood, try rubbing your underarm sweat on her lips. I don't know anything about hormones, but it elevated her mood real quick. If you look real close, there's a scar from where she bashed me with the alarm clock. I don't know who writes that nonsense. I think I'd have had better luck giving her a Dutch oven. She found one of my old dating sites, which, you know, it was plenty of fish. It had been 5 years since I've gotten a nibble. Okay, moving on. Now, I heard her laughing in the bedroom, and I was like, so I walk in. I didn't expect to see my old glamour shot picture on her phone. I don't know what's so funny. I spent a lot of money on that. I was a little upset, to be honest with you. And I thought I was in trouble. I was like, I'll get on, I'll find my password, I'll delete it. She goes, no, you need to keep it on there so you can be reminded just how lucky you are to have me. So every night it's a ritual. We check it together. She's like, how many women looked at you? And I'm like, none. That face. Thanks, hon. Never had any luck with women. I didn't. I actually, during my prom, I had to take my grandma. And she was religious, so I knew there wasn't going to be any makeup. Some of y'all recoiled. Come on back. No, It didn't fool anybody. And my grandpa wanted to be chaperone, jealous of what he was. He knew I was adopted. Something could happen. Everybody knew, you know, it was embarrassing. My grandpa standing over us all night looking like the Undertaker from Phantasm. I should have just went stags, what I should have done. My first wife left me because she said I let myself go, which I was chubby when we met. She saw there was potential for expansion. You know, I was fat. She used to track my location using Google Earth. And those maps aren't always current, but I don't move around a lot, so. I was so fat, people would ask me stupid questions like, hey, when's the last time you've seen your feet? You got me. I always feel like Forrest Gump when Lieutenant Dan asked if he found Jesus. Didn't know I was supposed to be looking for him. And don't tell people you're dieting. This is my advice to you, because everybody will want to act like your personal nutritionist. Say, hey, what's the sodium count at? Is that a Diet Coke? Hey, is that sugar-free gum, or are you having yourself another cheat day? I hate exercising, I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta be in a certain kind of mood to want to go running, like fear. I went to the gym during the night a while back, and there was this old man in there. He was sweating, he was on the treadmill, the whole place smelled like garlic. It was nice not having to worry about vampires. People love giving fitness advice, don't they? Hey, you know what'll help with that belly, don't you? Planks. Oh, fish or chicken? I can tear up a Long John Silver's, I ain't gonna lie to you. People tell me my problem is I have a love affair with food, which is not true. I don't take pictures of my food, put it on the internet. Why do that? The picture on the box always looks better. And I go through drive-thrus. That's not love. That's more like prostitution, okay? I used to be in shape, 1992. Fresh out of the Marine Corps. I could take somebody's head off with a spinning heel kick. Not anymore. I'm lucky I can get my foot high enough to flush a public toilet. I used to do yard work, nothing but a pair of shorts. Neighbor used to sit in a lawn chair, watching, taking pictures. I like to think I was the first OnlyFans model. He was my only fan. I miss the good old days. COVID. When you go out in public wearing a mask and only half the population would judge you. Oh, I used to love it, man. It's the only time in my life I could walk around in public looking like a Sith Lord from Star Wars and not have people make fun of me. It was great, man. I had the black mask with the respirators, the black hoodie, the wraparound sunglasses. I was Darth COVID. I'd walk through automatic doors pretending to use the Force. Oh, it was great. Not every door is automatic, though. I did jam my wrist a couple times. Broke a pair of sunglasses on my face. Got called a moron more than once. Still the best time of my life. Best time of your life. People are suffering from COVID. People suffer in car accidents. Doesn't stop me from flying down the road pretending I'm piloting a TIE fighter. You guys having a good time? Let's keep this show going. I've had the pleasure of performing with this young lady before, and you're going to enjoy her. Would you welcome to the stage Elise Davis?